Alright, and I think are a go. On. Yep, and we are a go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for race 9 of 36, as NASCAR's best are at what they call this place the Last Great Coliseum, or the world's fastest half mile in Bristol, Tennessee. This is Bristol, baby! Let's get ready to rumble! Bristol Motor Speedway, the concrete half-mile high-banked track. It is time to see who gets it done after 500 laps around this fast half-mile. Hope that those false links don't appear again. Yeah, I hope so too, John, because that was ridiculous last week. But anyways, they're at Bristol Motor Speedway, running of the Food City 500, a classic race name that's been around since God knows how long that race name has been around. But let's see what happens here. Last time in the spring at Bristol, tires was the talk for the majority of the race, as there was like a bunch of tire failures and tire wear throughout the majority of the race, with a total of 54 lead changes throughout the event. But of course, Hamlin ended up winning that race. So will we see the exact same thing that happened last spring? That's yet to be determined. But as we saw in practice and qualifying, there was a lot of tire wear that was happening throughout practice and qualifying. So it could happen again, but that's yet to be determined. But here we go for the command.
Please welcome voice of the Tennessee Volunteers, Bob Kepling, and Major League Baseball Hall of Famer, 14-time All-Star, and 2-time National League MVP, Johnny Bench.
All right. Crank him up, gang. Crank him up. The engines roared to life in Bristol, Tennessee at the Last Great Coliseum, as they're about to take on 500 laps around this high-banked concrete-style racetrack, the boring as they call it, the Food City 500 from Bristol Motor Speedway, coming up next. And the last time, which was in the fall race, saw one of the most dominating performances I've ever seen. Yep, the last time at Bristol in the fall, it was all about Kyle Larson, leading a total of 462 out of 500 laps, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think that was. Yeah. Hey, Night Jays. Amazing Cars in NASCAR Diecast 73. How you doing? In the most boring race, too. Yeah, not gonna lie. That was pretty boring last fall.
Buying a car is kind of a big deal. You need to see all the options. See, she knows. Car Gurus gives you the most new and used cars right in your hand. So you know your big deal is the best deal. Car Gurus, the #1 most visited car shopping site. Continuous perfect season. Car sales closing on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth. Hey, did you hear the new Mega Millions jackpots are going to be higher than ever? Like how high? Today. Last year in California, there were 200,000 car crashes. If car crash happens, it's important to have an experienced attorney on your side. The Barnes firm has years of experience. handling thousands of car crash cases. We will give you the support you need and help you get the best result possible. If you are injured in a car crash, call the Barnesburg now for your free consultation.
Okay, that's one way to promote Bristol. That's one. If only we got a Quapple win yesterday for Xfinity. Yeah, he was close yesterday. It's one spot short. All right, and the cars are rolling off here in Bristol. How about Alex Bowman collecting his second ever pole at Bristol Motor Speedway? Starting on the pole position for the second straight Bristol race in a row. Won the pole back in the fall, last fall at Bristol.
You know I'm a fan of dirt races, buddy. You know, they're forever changing racetrack like we're going to have today. I want a dirt race behind the wheel. Good luck out there. I appreciate it.
All right, here we go for the starting grid. Alex Bowman, his second ever pole at Bristol Motor Speedway, alongside Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Great qualifying run for Stenhouse. Then row 2, you got rivals Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin, who won the last Bristol races in the spring and the fall. Hey, NASCAR Fan 33.
What we did last spring, and he feels like with Denny Hamlin's ability to manage those times, they certainly feel confident they'll get the win today. Remember, Denny Hamlin going for 3 straight wins, something he has never done in his career, Mike.
Back to the starting grid. We got Ryan Blaney starting in 5th position. Alongside him, Ty Grandpa Gibbs. Then you got row 4, Christopher Bell and AJ Allmendinger. Great qualifying run for the colleague driver of Allmendinger. And we're looking back at row 5, rounding out the top 10, Spire Motorsports teammates Carson Hocevar and Justin Haley. How about that for the Spire teammates? In row 6, you got Josh Berry and Ty Dillon, 11th and 12th for those guys. Oh, hot and cold drivers. Yep, the hot drivers. Oh, cold drivers right there. Yikes. Logano and Busch. Yikes. Oh, and qualifying caught the wall. Caught the wall in qualifying. Oof. That's a lot of damage. After this, the Cup Series will have their only off week this season in Easter. Yep, next week, the Cup Series is off for the Easter break. Do you think that it might have been a concussion in 2022, or is it taken too far? For the Logano crash that he had during qualifying yesterday, I'm not so sure if I call that a concussion. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too far.
Show you how they monitor their pit road speed. Not a speedometer, it's about RPM, so they're not even looking at that in second gear. 3600, you have to stay in those green lights. In the curve point 3 and 4 up to 3900, you have to stay in the blue lights. If you ever get in these blinking red lights, you know you're too fast. You have to back it down in that segment. Remember, it's not a maximum speed, guys. It's time over distance. 13 different sections. Everybody's going to get all they can every section, every pit stop. Seems like there's always a lot of speed penalties here. Well, there is. And the reason is that pit road is just so good.
You gotta think about pit road. When you're under green flag conditions, you can enter pit road on the side where your pit stall is. But under caution, you have to enter pit road at the exit of turn 2 and circle all the way back around to the front stretch to exit pit road. And the weather at Bristol looking pretty sunny right now. It's been a while since we've seen sunshine at Bristol Motor Speedway in April for the spring. The last time it was this sunny in April in Bristol Motor Speedway for the spring race was 2016. Yeah, it's pretty sunny for now, but we got to keep an eye on that weather because we're hearing some clouds are rolling in. And I think the pace car lights are off. Yep, the lights are off on the pace car, so we're going green this time by. Getting ready for 500 laps. Yep, all HMS drivers are racing for Jon Edwards, who passed away last week. So it'd be very fitting if one of those HMS drivers could get the win today. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see. All right, this is for Jon Edwards for HMS. We'll see what HMS can do for this race. All right, here we go. Pace car pulls off the track, crowd is on its feet, and we're about to get ready for 500 laps. Green flag is in the air, and the Food City 500 is underway at the Last Great Coliseum. And already, Alex Bowman pulls up to about a couple car lengths over Ricky Stenhouse Jr. as he leads the first lap, and everybody's still trying to sort it out throughout most of the field. But most of the field is already single file riding along the bottom side. Oh, Ty Gibbs not quite clear in front of Hamlin just yet. Still side by side. And Gibbs still trying to find a way to get inside line, to get to the inside line. But here comes Hamlin to the inside, and Larson's going to fill that hole. Now Allmendinger gets in line right behind Blaney. But here comes Christopher Bell around the outside of Hocevar. Oh, hang on to it, Allmendinger. Allmendinger got a little tight, and Bell slips into that spot. Yep, as Kevin Harvick just said, it's kind of like Martinsville. When everyone's lined up on the bottom side, it's like a freight train. It's like a conveyor belt on the bottom side, and you're going backwards. Well, that's what the situation is for Allmendinger and Ty Gibbs right now. They're stuck on the high side, and they're trying to get in line. Ty, don't push yourself too much. Don't hit the wall. Shut up, Grandpa. I'm trying to focus. Yeah, and Ty Gibbs, he's still dropping positions. He cannot get in line. And as I just said, it's like a conveyor belt on the inside line, and you're going backwards. Nope. Gibbs tried to get in line, but Keselowski filled the gap. Now Justin Haley's going to get by him. And it looks as though he finally... No, he does not. Gibbs still dropping positions. He is trying to get in line, but he is being hung out to dry. Can he finally get in line this time? And he just clears himself in front of Zane Smith. Finally gets in line. Back in 15th spot. Yikes. And so far, it's looking like old Bristol, as Mike Joy just said. With the inside line, you're a conveyor belt on the inside line, and the only way to get by them is if you bump and run them out of the way. Meanwhile, looking at Joey Logano, who started 38th after wrecking in qualifying, he's only picked up 5 spots. Now working on Corey LaJoie, trying to go for 32nd. Nope. Yeah, and LaJoie is now stuck on the high side. Well, he's trying to get some momentum. Dang, Buescher? He's already back to 35th after starting 24th. Yikes. Guess he was also one of those drivers who was stuck on the high side and got freight trained. World's longest conveyor belt right along the inside line. Wow. Yeah, well, he was 15th before then. Then he gained another spot. You know why there's no horsepower? Or did you mean to say you don't know why there's no horsepower? But meanwhile, looking at Kyle Busch, who started 15th, he's back to 20th. But in the 33 car, that is rookie Jesse Love making his Cup Series debut. Yep, just Jesse Love trying to make some impressive moves early on. But remember, this is only his first Cup Series start, so he's got to take some time. Whoa, Chase Elliott on the inside of Austin Dillon, trying to take a peek underneath. He's got his nose underneath there. Whoa, Tyler Reddick! Hang on to it! What a save by Reddick! Got really squirrely in turns 1 and 2. Yeah, Reddick just lost it. Nice save for Reddick. And Elliott took that position from Austin Dillon, and Tyler Reddick's going to follow through. That's for 17th and 18th, respectively. Kyle, how do you feel about racing with Jesse Love? Fuck you! I don't know who he is! I don't know who he is. Meanwhile, a battle for third between those two rivals, Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin, who won the last 2 Bristol races in the spring and the fall. Hamlin in the spring and Larson in the fall of last year. But meanwhile, up front, it is all Alex Bowman, who has currently led all 29 laps so far, as we're just getting started here at Bristol. Did you see what I said? It's because why there's no horsepower, because 2022 Kurt Busch got injured and Bowman too. I don't think that's the reason why there's no horsepower in these cars yet. I think it's because NASCAR's still trying to attract a fourth OEM, which rumors are is that it's Dodge, possibly getting back into NASCAR soon. But still, if you know that the short tracks aren't performing as well as you thought it to be NASCAR, why not just try out more horsepower? I mean, you got the tires figured out, so why not just try more horsepower? They was trying to make them safe, make the cars safe. Well, they did make improvements. They did make improvements to the rear clip and front end clips to make the rear and front ends crunch a little more, because before then the cars were too stiff. The cars were too stiff in the front and the rears. So that's when they made adjustments to the rear clips and the front clips to allow more crunching in the impacts. Yeah.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want wider teeth, they have to make a choice.
Sponsors want more camera time, and so there's lower horsepower to keep the cars closer. But again, if you have lower horsepower, what's the point in trying to? If you have low horsepower, what's the point of trying to have the cars closer together? Or I don't know what I'm saying. I just want more horsepower in the cars. That's said and done. They got the tires figured out. They have the softer tire that Goodyear brought from Martinsville, and that performed good. So why not just try out the horsepower? I mean, manufacturers say that they can make more horsepower without it costing more. Yeah, so I don't see why not. Why not just? I don't see why NASCAR just will not try more horsepower. But anyways, back up front, back up front, battle for the lead. Here comes Kyle Larson storming around the outside of Alex Bowman to take the lead. And wait a second, who's that in third? Is that Justin Haley? Hold on a minute. Justin Haley in third? What? Oh, here we go again. Mods, John Vandervenner, NASCAR Fan 33, do your thing. Please hide this bot. They're back again. They're back. There you go. Good job, mods. Good job. Oh, and Justin Haley just made the pass on Alex Bowman for second. What? Yep, I think the tire wear is starting to fall into these guys. I think the tire wear is starting to take effect. That's why I see drivers like Justin Haley, who's in second, and Carson Hocevar in sixth right now. Yep, the tire wear is starting to take effect. But as for Kyle Larson, he is pulled away to over 1.7 seconds over the field right now. Grandpa, I'm back in the top 10. Toy, does that make you special? Do what you need to do and stop bugging me. Oh, there he goes again. There he goes again. That's two. That's two. There's another one. There you go. There you go, mods. There you go, mods. Meanwhile, looking back at Joey Logano, who's still trying to get as much positions as he can after wrecking in qualifying. He's up to 28th right now, working on Ross Chastain. But as of up front, Kyle Larson is checking out. Still checking out. He's saying bye-bye, boys. Running on board with John Hunter Nemechek. Running deep in the field in 34th, right behind Christopher Buescher. Could this be a repeat of last year's fall race? I'm not so sure about that. It's still pretty early in the race, so a lot can still happen. But as of right now, Kyle Larson picking up right where he left off yesterday in the Xfinity race and last fall at Bristol.
Filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
Cody Ware about to be lapped. Not surprised. He shouldn't be racing. Period. End of the story. Yep. It's Cody Ware.
Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and
Yep. No wonder why they don't interview him. Mm-hmm.
Chili's Presidente Margarita. Just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente Margaritas. Yeah, sure is. Presidente.
I mean, put a good driver in the 51. Yeah, for real. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Rick Ware Racing should have put Corey LaJoie in the 51 over Cody Wreckware. and that criminal.
Given Saturday. It won't work.
Yeah, and the 51 would be up front and all. Yeah,
The Silverado
I
Trail.
think LaJoy has no criminal record. At least I was talking about I was talking about Cody Ware, John, not Corey LaJoy.
More strikes. More short fuses. Longer boats and cruises. Starship Hardly Earnhardt stoppers. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
Whoa, little touch there between Buescher and Nemechek. It looked like back there. But as of right now, Kyle Larson is starting to go through traffic right now. He's going through traffic right now. And there, oh, nope. Yep, and there goes Jesse Love a lap down. Love making his Cup Series debut. Riding on board with Carson Hocevar, running in the 6th spot as of right now. It's a pretty cool chili scheme that Hocevar is running. Meanwhile, going for second, there goes Hamlin right by Justin Haley for the 2nd spot, as they too are battling with lap traffic, trying to get by SVG. I was just stating that I would also rather have LaJoy in the 51 because at least he has no criminal record. Yeah, I agree that. I would agree with you on that, John. And looking at Bubba Wallace running in the 13th spot. Looking at all 2311 racing drivers, Wallace 13th, Reddick 16th, and Riley Herbst, of course, being the last driver of them, running in 26th. And Larson has just lapped Nemechek. Now he's up to Chris Buescher, who won here at Bristol in the fall of 2022. Not looking so hot for the 17 crew. Everybody riding along the bottom side. Oh, and Larson already going up high, trying to find some grip on the high side. Diamonds the corner, now to the inside of Buescher, and he'll easily put Buescher a lap down. But up front, it is still Kyle Larson up front, 1.8 seconds over Denny Hamlin. All right, all right. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on a second. Where's our side by side? Apparently, they do side by side commercials when the stage is coming to a close. Apparently, but hopefully next week when they, wait, no, not next week. I'm hoping that 2 weeks from now when they go to Talladega, the coverage will be side by side for the majority of the race instead of side by side at the end of the stages. That's what I'm assuming. They're doing side by side commercials for the super speedway races, but for the rest of the races, for the Fox coverage, it's just full screen commercials. All right, and we're back. Ooh, awesome! Just put the bumper to somebody. Oh, gee whiz, Larson. Gee whiz, Larson. Trying to go 3 wide doesn't work. Oh, and Kyle Busch just brushed the wall a little bit. All right, now 100 laps have been complete. Kyle Larson picking them off one at a time, putting drivers a lap down, sometimes 2 laps down, depending on if they've been lapped or not. But meanwhile, about 2.5 seconds behind him, Denny Hamlin's trying to do the same thing, but he's losing ground. Now looking at Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney battling for the 7th spot as Bell takes over that spot. Now Joey Logano is about to be caught by the leader, Larson. He's been struggling trying to get through the field right now. He's been struggling trying to get through the field. Oh, yep. Larson's closing. He's closing on Logano. Yeah, ever since Logano got pushed to the back of the field after wrecking in qualifying, he has barely made any progress. He has barely made any progress right now in that 22 camp. You don't want Joey to be put a lap down. What it looks like is he's about to be a lap down sooner rather than later. Yep, there goes Larson around the high side. No contest. There goes Logano, lap down. Really? Didn't know that. Well, what's going on with Byron and Keselowski? Whoa, Byron, that's a bit too high. Nearly caught the wall. He was able to keep off. He was able to keep off the wall, but nearly brushed it. Trying to get by Cindric. Yep, and that's what happened yesterday. All the tire marbles along the high side, but today, not so much. Not so much. I think the reason why there's not much tire wear is because the sun is out. And yesterday it was cloudy in Bristol, so that could be a factor. That could be a factor why there's not much tire wear because the sun is out. I don't know. Hey, Alessandro. Meanwhile, Ryan Prix, he is putting up a fight against Kyle Larson, trying to stay on the lead lap. Whoa! As Stenhouse just lost the sixth spot to Christopher Bell. Now he's under attack from Ryan Blaney. Ha 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 ha! Go Prix! Yeah, Logano impression. Yeah, right now Ryan Prix is doing a solid job staying on the lead lap, and he will for now. Whoa, whoa! Big run off the high side. That's as far Larson's got from Priest right now. But Michael McDowell's in front of him on the low side. Oh, but can he clear? Not quite yet. Yeah, Priest still hanging tougher on the high side. He is putting up a fight, trying to stay on the lead lap. And he will do so once again. He will do so once again. Yeah, but don't look now. But here comes Hamlin. Hamlin has eaten into Kyle Larson's lead. It's down to 0.6 of a second. Jesus, Priest! Yeah, Larson's got to go. He's like, I got to go, Priest. You're holding me up here. But again, Larson still cannot clear Priest. Oh, there he goes. I think he's finally clear. Yes, Larson's finally clear. Now Larson's going to go up to the high side to try to get by McDowell. And McDowell gives him room. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, final lap in stage 1. Somebody got really close to the outside wall. But coming through turns 3 and 4, it is all about Kyle Larson, who picks up right where he left off yesterday in the Xfinity race, and he wins stage number 1. Dag, what? Dang. Dang. Oh, okay, Prix. I guess he's back on the lead lap. All right.
Four new iPhone 16s on them. I'm aware you use money to tell you about the other guys making you pay more. Penny companies. Those costs are switch. Just let me see. You'll give you new iPhone 16s and
Hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. I'd like you to check your personal identity before going to the drive-thru. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first. So you can see even more than you click the button. Thank you. Have a nice day.
oh yeah, it's great day.
Hands on Allstate.
Mustache and me. Now with character. In just 5 minutes, score your best beer.
Yeah, so far, great race going for Justin Haley. Yeah, he was up there in second spot at one point till Denny Hamlin got past him.
Are you having that dream again? Come see what the fun is all about.
I had a dream yesterday where there was like 10 to 5 laps to go in the Pocono race, and then Bubba Wallace got loose, and Joey Logano had nowhere to go. Unfortunately, both drivers were injured. Yikes. Yikes.
If you're struggling with fentanyl addiction, Inland Valley Recovery Services can help and offers residential recovery treatment with medication-assisted programs. Don't let addiction be the end of your journey. Inland Valley Recovery Services. The road to recovery starts here.
Ace's new Yard RX program prescribes
We all knew how if there was a caution with that many laps to go, it would probably restart with like if it was 10 to go. If it was 10 to go, it would probably be like 6 to go on the restart. But with 5 laps to go, it'll be green light checker. Oh, and it started raining, and then it postponed it almost immediately because they were not allowed to shorten the race. What? That late in the race? What? Postponed it immediately because they were not allowed to shorten the race? Huh? What kind of sense does that make? If there's rain with less than 5 laps to go, you can't just postpone it to the next day.
Mike last week when Denny Hamlin won, he gave all the credit to his pit crew for stepping up when it mattered most on that last pit stop. Now this year, his team has a new front changer, and so far their chemistry has been very
Yeah, clearly it doesn't make any sense.
tire changer, newest member on the left. Devin Euchre, rear tire changer, former Taco Bell burrito master.
What? Devin Euchre? Devin Euchre, a former Taco Bell master? What? On Denny Hamlin's crew.
22 years on Pit Road and from a championship. The next one, on the track map, former Big Red Packer running back.
All right. Here's the Bristol breakdown for pit stops. On green flag pit stops, you enter the side where your pit stall is, and you come out on the same side. But on the yellow flag, you enter in turn 2, and you enter and you ride along the bottom side, of 3 and 4, and you exit just past the start finish line on the front stretch.
Used to have the old stopwatches sitting up in the NASCAR officiating booth, and they decided if you were going to get a penalty or not today. Not the case. Part of it, and all it's called Rusty Wallace. Here are our rankings coming into this ninth race of the season. Wallace's team at the top of the Kurt Busch and Denny Hamlin's team right there.
And they're getting ready for pit stops. All right, here they come. Here they come. For the backstretch side, Spire teammates Justin Haley and Carson Hocevar. Great runs in the early going in this race. The early portions of this race. Hocevar down and away, same with Justin Haley. That's for the backstretch. Pit road. Now to the front stretch side of pit road, looking at the leaders Larson and Denny Hamlin. Larson's down and away, just in front of Hamlin. Oh, that is tight coming off pit road. Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, and Hocevar 3 wide. That was tight. Hey, Sports Fan 09. They had a rain delay earlier in the race in your dream. They were trying to get the race in before darkness came, and then it was a big thunderstorm approaching with like 20 minutes before sunset. Yikes. My gosh. Oh, it's your birthday, Sports Fan? Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday, Sports Fan. Plan on changing your profile to Oscar Piastri image because the Piastri is now my favorite F1 driver. Go for it. Go for it.
An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bags and junior bacon cheeseburgers is available all the
Max Verstappen now number 3 and Lando is your second favorite. I see now. I see.
I was injured in a car crash. I had no idea how much my case was worth. I called the Barnes firm.
When it happened to my son, I had so many questions about his case. I called the Barnes firm. It was the best call I could have made. Your case is often worth more than insurance offers. Call the Barnes firm to find out what your case could be worth. We will help you get the best result possible. At Mothers, we appreciate the simple things, the life less complicated. That's the inspiration behind Mother's new California Gold ceramic line of products. The easiest way to clean, correct, and protect your way to a whole new level of deep, ceramic, glass-like clarity, superior hydrophobic protection, and head-turning shine. Mother's California Gold. Ceramic made simple. Give it that mother's love.
Live with Jamie and Chris here at the Sugarland Suites. This is a spot where fans have a great view. The advantage of sight and sound. And so what? Even out of the pits, maybe it's 140 decibels. The threshold of pain for human baby is 132. That's why
Currently don't have a favorite F1 driver at the moment. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Currently don't have a favorite F1 driver at the moment. Growing up watching F1, favorite driver was Michael Schumacher. Oh, Michael Schumacher. Yeah, I used to watch F1 a lot in my early days of watching motorsports. And the most recognizable name in F1, the most recognizable names in F1 were, when I was watching F1 back then, was Lewis Hamilton, of course, Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel, and Jenson Button. Those were the most recognizable names of F1 I can remember back then. Yeah. Yeah, nowadays I don't watch F1 anymore. Mainly because of mainly because I mainly stopped watching F1 because it was just too much to keep up, along with IndyCar and NASCAR and IMSA for those reasons alone. But ever since Andretti Autosports got denied from entering F1, I just gave up on F1 completely.
Now, this is what Cliff Daniels had to tell him after those tires came off.
And Pastor Maldonado? Maldonado? Wait, what? Tires did not look bad at all? What are you talking about, Cliff? What is Cliff Daniels talking about? The tires did not look bad at all? Hmm. Yikes. Speeding penalties, Kyle Busch, and SVG. Ouch. That ain't good. That ain't good for KB. At a track that he's won at 8 times before. All right, here we go. Going for stage 2 now. Pace car off. All right. Restart zone. Green flag. Larson on the jump. Stage 2 underway. And Larson caught Hamlin sleeping on that restart. And up to the top 3, the Spire teammates of Justin Haley, and Hocevar is going for second. Look at Hocevar go around the outside. Side by side for second, trying to clear his teammate. Nope. Still can't clear him. Not clear, Hocevar. Hamlin's underneath you, dude. Oh, trying to clear in front of Alex Bowman. That was close, but he gets in line in 4th spot. There's Josh Berry side by side with Keselowski trying to get in line or trying to clear Keselowski. There's contact there. And behind them, their teammates, Chase Elliott and William Byron, as Byron went a little wide, but here comes Chase Elliott. Now to the inside of Josh Berry. Whoa, stack up. A little bit of a stack up on the bottom. Don't know what was that. What that was about. Jeez, what is going on? Don't know what the stack up was about on the bottom side. Now Elliott clears Josh Berry. Okay, what was the stack up about? Oh, Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace thought he was clear in front of Keselowski, but he wasn't. That's what caused the stack up. I love getting involved in a stack up. The Chase Elliott impersonation. Yep. Now looking at Chase Briscoe. Whoa! Jeez, Stenhouse. I don't know if that was out of frustration or Stenhouse was trying to get to the inside line, but they made contact. That could have been bad. That was a textbook bump and run, Stenhouse, and you're trying to turn Chase Briscoe like that? Jeez, Stenhouse, come on. That could have been bad. Ever since Ty Gibbs got a new car chief, Robert Cheddar Smith, after the Darlington race, Ty Gibbs has been performing much better. Yep, he's running in the 7th spot as of right now. A little bit of touch there between Ty Dillon and Eric Jones, battling for the 27th spot, it looks like. That's Ty Dillon, Harvick. Come on, Harvick. Oh my gosh. Now Berry gets in line on the inside line. And Ty Dillon really holding strong around the outside, trying to stay in front of Eric Jones. All right, through the field, a lot of bump and runs going on throughout the field, but up front, it's still Kyle Larson.
What's better has a limited time deal and unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bags and junior bacon cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and Applebee's smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Busch guy, golden smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon.
Anything I can do at the end of
Looks like happy hour. That's in the mountains. During month of free, Buffalo Wild Wings give to me. Free boneless wings, free delivery, a sandwich that is free, free burger, and a free dessert. All because I do so much for my free.
How many times does Larson had to show his freaking dominance? Jeez. I mean, you can't deny the amount of talent that Larson has behind the wheel. You can't deny that. I mean, yes, the dominance of Larson can get boring at times, but you can't deny the talent he has. That's all I'm going to put out there.
Hybrid drivetrain. The new Subaru Forester Hybrid. Love goes the extra mile. Right now, they include the Subaru Forester complimentary maintenance included.
Hiding your fungus-damaged toenails?
Right.
Help you keep nail clarifying gel. In a clinical study, 90% of nails improved. For fungus-damaged toenails, find Onyx at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Amazon.
Capture moments in color with paint made to last. Only at Sherwin-Williams.
With 170 laps complete at Bristol, next weekend, the UFL takes the race to weekend with Fox extravaganza. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll see it all next weekend on Fox.
Don't care about the UFL. Alright, we're back at Bristol as Larson continues to show the way here at Bristol. He's opened up to a 0.7 of a second gap over Justin Haley. And they're in the middle of lap traffic right now. Yeah, that's the question. Will the PJ1 start to wear out on the bottom side? And meanwhile, we got a battle for second going on between Justin Haley and Denny Hamlin as Hamlin's starting to close the gap. Almost. Oh, Prix, where's he going to go? Prix goes to the bottom. Haley goes up top trying to get a run. Oh. Yep, Haley's got the run on the high side, trying to get around Ryan Preece. Yep, don't look now, but Hocevar's up there as well. So this might be a 3-car battle for the second spot, if Hocevar can get up there. But Justin Haley clears Preece, same with Hamlin. Now Hocevar's going to have to do the same thing. Whoa, trouble! 2 cars, SVG goes spinning. SVG just went around, and I thought I saw another car that was sliding sideways as well. What was that? Here it is. SVG inside of course it's Cody. Oh, it's Cody Ware. Oh, it's Cody Ware. Of course. Yep. Yikes. Wow. Hamlin just avoided that. Kiwi! Kiwi! Yep. John, I think SVG's reaction to that spin is probably this. Kiwi! Kiwi! Just that. That Michael Marooks impression. Kiwi! For SVG. That's what you get for being a criminal. That's what SVG said. in parentheses. Okay. All right, pit stops. Well, only for a few drivers. Pit stops for a few drivers, but the leaders did not stop. I didn't know what happened. That came out of nowhere. I almost got taken out of the race from that. The hamster quick talking. I didn't know what happened. That came out of nowhere. I almost got taken out of the race from that.
Extreme or routine? Rising frontline drivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
When my doctor gave me Breasttreat for my COPD, things changed for me. Breasttreat gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breasttreat won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breasttreat more than prescribed. Breasttreat may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, changes, or diabetes.
Ask your doctor about Breasttreat.
Two last 3 NASCAR Cup teams. We got teams on the owned by this guy. And every time they come with Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team. It's racing. Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with legacy owners co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after one cup. Now you're up to speed.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of the NASCAR pit crew? You? Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track. You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on? It doesn't make it cooler? What's a jack? Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver. Maybe just stick to what you're good at. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
Whether I go for Friday, I'm gonna come to Terry Labonte. And 3 for only 200 wings, breadsticks, cheesesteaks, brownies.
It's all worth my address.
See you at the summit. We're making you Papa pairings for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
It's Kubota Orange Days, now through June 30th. Get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, or up to $3,000 off select compact tractors. See the details and find your nearest dealer at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Here's John Hunter Nemechek leaving pit road after his stop.
Oh, what happened to Jon Nemechek?
Right side of your screen. There she goes, right there.
Oh,
Left side.
that's a wheel nut. That's a wheel nut that came loose, and there goes the wheel. Oh, look out, look out! Oh, right into Suarez's car. Yikes. Oh, yikes. Wrong place, wrong time for Nemechek's wheel to fall off. Came off right as he was exiting his pit stall, and his left front tire rolled right into Daniel Suarez's car. Mm-hmm. Yep, tail end of the longest line for Nemechek. All right, choose roll time. All right, so it's Larson, Hamlin, Haley, Bowman, Hocevar, Bell, Gibbs, Allmendinger, Briscoe, Reddick, the top 10. Green flag. And again, Larson on the jump and just clears Hamlin. And we'll see how this plays out. Oh, whoa. Oh man, that was a little squirrely. That Hamlin got a little squirrely coming off turn 2. Now he's under attack from Alex Bowman on the inside. Oh, hang on to it. Whoa, Hamlin's loose on the outside line. Here goes Bowman to the inside, and he takes second. There's Ryan Blaney, one of the drivers that did not stop. Look out! Allmendinger got really tight. Now Byron's trying to take advantage. 3 wide. That was close. Oh, jeez, Allmendinger, what are you doing? Side by side between the Spire teammates for 5th. Hocevar trying to take advantage from his teammate Justin Haley, and not quite clear. And Hocevar's clear for the 5th spot. Yeah, Ryan Blaney, who came so close to winning at Darlington last week, he would have won if there was no green-white checkers. Still searching for that first win of the season, as we got a battle for the 14th spot between Bubba Wallace and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Oh my gosh. And Wallace takes over. He hangs on to that spot. As behind him, battling between Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon, that's for 16th. Elliott trying to make that outside line work. It works for him to get that momentum off the top side, off the corner. Is he going to clear Dillon this time? Just clears Dillon. But Dillon's fighting back on the inside. There's C. Bell running in the 4th spot. Severe brake shake. Yep, Stenhouse, one of the drivers that did pit, he has not gone anywhere right now. The only person who's moved up a few spots was Ryan Blaney. He's up to 10th right now, but it's kind of stalled out for where he is right now. Meanwhile, deep in the pack, riding on board with Ryan Prix, as John Nemechek just got by him. Now on board with Brad Keselowski as Kyle Busch tries to shut him off on the high side. But up front, it is still Kyle Larson dominating this race, just like he did in the Xfinity Series yesterday. There's our side-by-side commercial. Oh, the 66 is going behind the wall. Who is that? Okay, we're not going to see who that is.
Lucky rabbit named Scoot. It's Swedish. That's a whole rabbit named Scoot.
Oh, Josh Bilicki.
Not when America's #1 motorcycle insurance got your back. We're just going to ignore the fact to call it a rabbit named Scoot.
Whoa! Kyle Larson just speeds by Cody Ware. Oh, it's Cody Ware to put him another lap down. Not surprising.
What started as a better floor liner for your car turned into even more superior ways to protect the inside and outside of your vehicle. That led to enhanced ways to protect your home.
Meanwhile, looking back at Ryan Blaney, as he has caught up to Tyler Reddick, or has he been run down by Tyler Reddick? Well, whatever it is, as Ryan Blaney's holding off the challenge, he's getting the better end of that challenge, And here comes Chase Elliott to the inside of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Can't do it there. Oh, Blaney gained a spot on Reddick, so that was for 9th. As Chase Elliott still battling Ricky Stenhouse Jr., trying to take the 15th spot away. Trying to get the run off the bottom side, but Stenhouse has to drive off the high side. Now looking back at Logano. We're looking back at Logano as he's gone by Riley Herbst. Now back with the leader, Kyle Larson slicing through traffic. And we're back. Oh. Oh. Oh, and look out. Look out. Whoa. Yikes. Okay. Okay, that was odd. Don't know why they show the front end. I thought those two were battling for position, but Custer's 2 laps down. Priest is 1 lap down. Priest is trying to stay on the lead lap. Custer's 2 laps down. Those tires are heavy. You get hit by it and you are going to feel the pain. Yep. What was that? What was that, Clint? Womp, 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 womp. What was that sound effect? Yep, and here comes Larson right behind you, Priest. Is Priest going to try to do the same thing that he did in stage 1, where he was trying to hold off Larson to stay on the lead lap? And it doesn't look like he's going to do the same thing. He easily lets Larson pass this time. As meanwhile, Christopher Bell is trying to hold off the challenge as Carson Hocevar's caught back up to him. Oh, man. That was close. Almost made contact. No. Yep, it's only a matter of time of whether or not the PJ1 wears out and everyone starts migrating to the top side. Yep, but Christopher Bell making the top side work as he's caught up to Denny Hamlin going for the 3rd spot. Yep, he's gone alongside of him now. Nothing Hamlin could do at that point. As Christopher Bell's got the top side rolling, here he goes, around the outside for 3rd. Yep, and Bell shuts the door on the inside. Now Hocevar's going to try to follow through on the outside as well. There goes Hocevar right by Hamlin for the 4th spot. Now Hamlin's going to try to do the same thing on the top side so he can try to gain some ground back. Yep. Daniel Suarez riding along the top side, forcing the drivers to go to the bottom. Yep, there goes Bell up top. Don't know why Bell decided to go up high, or I guess he tried to get a dive bomb or the diamond, try to diamond the corner to get around Suarez, and it somehow worked just barely. Now Hocevar is going to have to do the same thing. Nope. Whoa. Watch out, Hocevar. Who just shuts the door on Hamlin. Well, Hamlin didn't appreciate that. Whoa. Meanwhile, behind those guys, as Ryan Blaney, who's still in the 9th spot, has caught up to Chase Briscoe. But Ty Gibbs right now is running solidly in the 7th spot. He's hung around in the top 10 all day long. Now he's battling against Justin Haley. Battling against Justin Haley, trying to go for the 6th spot, as behind Gibbs, Briscoe and Blaney continue to battle it out. Oh, watch it, Suarez. Oh, watch it, Suarez. Gibbs is on the outside of you, dude. Gosh, man. And looking back at Kyle Larson from John Hunter Nemechek's on board. And Nemechek not quite clear of Herbst. I think, he's clear. 5 to go in stage 2. Yeah, there's the rubber that's being built up on the high side against the wall. Not much as we saw last year. Not as much as we saw last year. Oh, Jesus, Herbst. Trying to keep Larson at bay, but Larson's not having any of it. Oh, almost cleared himself there. And there goes Larson past Herbst. No, he still can't clear him. Herbst is fighting him off. Trying to stay on the lead lap, I suppose. Oh my gosh, nope. Not quite there yet. Yep, now he's clear. He's going to slide up in front of Herbst. All right, final lap in stage 2. And yep, not much to say other than Kyle Larson has been dominant and he sweeps the stages. Golly.
An unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 biggie bags and Junior Bacon Cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh, never frozen beef and applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
You'll be back! Emu can't help people customize and save Liberty Mutual!
Lovely. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It's Pod's biggest sale in history. Save up to 30% on moving and storage until May 19th. And See why Pods is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating or renovating, save up to 30% at pods.com today.
Choose one appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's Street 2 for $25. New sizzling skillets and steak.
The Busch Guy, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter one, chances are there's a pack nearby. Fortunately, a safer place to beer. Head for the mountains of
Welcome to Truck Country. Welcome to the NASCAR Wrestling Truck Series.
As you age, things change. Your waistline, your frown lines, your hairline, and you find yourself pivoting from what doesn't work to what does work. Oof. Wearing a hat indoors. Been there, done that. Pivot from hiding the problem to fixing it. Join Hair Club, where you get actual results like I did. I'm talking hair that will give you your confidence and your swagger back. Just pivot to the stuff that works like I did. Call Hair Club now.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGillivray. I know bathroom remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks. Just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
It is the Kyle Larson Show 500. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. He's doing the same thing that he did last fall at Bristol. Larson's pretty much doing the same thing that he did in the fall last year at Bristol.
We saw during the day, once again, we saw a lot of issues on the road. So, we covered it during the race. We see the technique that those guys are using on the stop. And Denny said that they feel after getting into the stall down the road, they does their job out of the box. There's a lot of little pieces, and as all this migrates closer and closer together, executing all these runs to put yourself in a position to take advantage of something like that. According to our pit crew rankings, the way they would come off pit road would be Hamlin, Bowman, Larson, Bell, Mozart. See how it turns out. The race, the way this race is playing out here, that's where the money's going to be made. He needs to stay up there. He's got to be pit crew, right?
All right. We're past halfway in the Food City 500 or Kyle Larson Dominance 500 for now. All right. I think after the Cup race is finished, I might tune into the IndyCar race that's going on in Long Beach right now. Yeah, after the NASCAR race is finished, I'm going to see what the IndyCar race is looking like. And they're racing in Long Beach. All right, pit stops. Here they come. Spire Motorsports teammates Hocevar and Haley. In the backstretch pit lane, Larson's down and away. Same with Haley. Now onto the front stretch pit lane. Yep. Now to the front stretch pit lane. Looking at Christopher Bell in his stall getting serviced up, and Alex Bowman and Kyle Larson. Christopher Bell down and away. Larson's down and away. And same with Bowman. Whoa. Watch out. Watch out. Ooh, Hamlin just got third from Christopher Bell and teammate Ty Gibbs. Yeah, but the only difference is that Byron led every lap in stage 1 and 2. But Larson, he's led the most laps. He led the latter stages of stage 1 and dominated stage 2, so
to keep business in big, small, and everything in between, moving full speed ahead.
Some people just know they can save hundreds of dollars by checking all.
Is it your car?
No.
Like you know, check your sunroof closed first before going to the house. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and save even more when you click or call. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Free Buffalo Wild Wings give to me. Free boneless wings, free delivery, a sandwich that is free, free burger, and a free dessert. All because I couldn't go much for the free. Yes.
In the off season, I'm a man and mom. Now I have relaxed fit hands-free Skechers slip-ins. No bending down, no touching. Kind of load, not using my hands. My Eddie, I'm out the game. Try relaxed fit Skechers slip-ins.
Welcome where that came from. More back to backs. More epic last laps. More stripes. More short fuses. More promotion cruises. More Lone Star Shooting. More Heartland Heart Stoppers. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR.
Jamie Chris here, Denny Hamlin, quick around just a moment ago. Here's to bring you the highlights, and it's really been the Kyle Larson show. Last Sunday, he brought out the caution that allowed Denny Hamlin and his pit crew to win the race. Now Larson trying to do, I guess, what his teammate last week couldn't do. But Byron led for the first 2 stages and continued to roll. Here comes the highlight, and lap 40 for Larson took the lead from his teammate and closer.
Yep, and the highlights on lap 40, that's when Larson took over the lead from Alex Bowman after Bowman led the first 39 laps. Then in the middle stage 2, SVG and it's Cody Ware get into it, and SVG spins out. But outside of that, it's been just the Kyle Larson show. It's been just the Kyle Larson show. Last week at Darlington, Kyle Larson made a joke of himself. Currently here at Bristol, Larson is redeeming himself. Yep, yep. All right. All right. All right. Coming to the restart. It's the Hendrick boys up front. They're trying to do it for Jon Edwards, who passed away last week. And behind him is the Gibbs boys from 3rd to 5th. Then it's Hocevar, Briscoe, Haley, Blaney, and Reddick, the top 10. Green flag, Larson once again on the jump. Final stage underway. Oh, and Hamlin gets the drive around Alex Bowman. Goes to the 2nd spot. Now trying to challenge against Kyle Larson for the lead. Oh, side by side between Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs. As Bell holds off the challenge for now. Whoa, Bell! Really squirrely. Bell got really squirrely in the middle of turns 1 and 2. Now he's under attack from Carson Hocevar on the inside. Yep, there it is right there. Did a great job of catching the car. Bell did. And there goes Hocevar right by Bell for the 5th spot. And Ryan Blaney now goes to the outside of Christopher Bell, going for 6th. Can he get him? He's got the edge on the high side. Bell can't do anything about that, and Blaney clears Bell. Byron to the outside of Justin Haley. He maintains the 8th spot. Now he's trying to look for more as he's trying to go to the outside, but Bell shuts him off. He tried to go to the outside of Bell for 7th, but Bell shut him off. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on Blaney because he's got a good looking car out there. Looks as though his car comes to life on the long runs, but this is a short track, so we'll see how the long run affects him on the long run. How the long run affects him. And running on board with Carson Hocevar, running in the 5th spot as he's trying to get up to Ty Gibbs, trying to go for the 4th spot. And Keselowski right behind Chase Elliott and Austin Dillon. That's for the 16th spot. Keselowski right behind him in the 18th. Oh, that was close. Dillon almost had it cleared. Now he's clear. Now Chase Elliott's now under attack from Brad Keselowski. Yeah, but up front, it is still the Kyle Larson show, as it's been all race long.
Switch your family to T-Mobile and they'll help pay off those old phones. Get 4 new iPhone 16s on them. And the way you can about T-Mobile's amazing deal, the other guys are making you pay more. They pay for any puppies. T-Mobile's family free. Our lowest cost to switch, our biggest family savings. We'll give you new iPhone 16s on us. Plus, get 4 lines for $25 a line.
Patients who have sensitive teeth but also want whiter teeth, they have to make a choice, one versus the other. Sensodyne Clinical White provides 2 shades whiter teeth as well as providing 24/7 sensitivity protection. Patients will love to see Sensodyne on the shelf.
Busch guy, cold and smooth smile skills. To avoid going in circles, take note of recognizable landmarks like that.
What's all those going in circles?
Different circle lanes. And for the mountains.
Life's a journey. Let's not waste it on gas stops. Introducing the new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid. Available now at Subaru Santa Monica. Enjoy a full infinite miles of driving range thanks to the new hybrid drivetrain. New Subaru Forester Hybrid. Love goes the extra mile. Extending our signature 6 months of complimentary maintenance included.
The streets are buzzing about the valley. Worried about the great guys. Now the suburban saga continues. Non-stop bombshells and the trails.
When Jason comes out,
I never got there of your child. Why can't we just go to the one nice place and all the ones the same?
Tuesday and now.
Our 10 laps to go in the 500 at Bristol Motor Speedway. Kyle Larson has made this his playground. Driven by speed, the operation
And we're back to the Kyle Larson Show 500 as Kyle Larson continues to dominate. What's going on with Alex Bowman? What's going on with Bowman? What's happening? What's happening? Uh-oh. Bowman's down his cylinder. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign for the 48 bunch. as Briscoe takes the 8th spot from Justin Haley. Now, meanwhile, back with the leader as he's caught up to some heavy cars, to heavy traffic in front of him. Some big. It's Todd Gilliland. It's Todd Gilliland going to pit lane. As Kyle Larson has caught up to some big names as traffic, trying to put those guys locked down. One of them being Christopher Buescher. Whoa! Hang on to it, Todd. As Alex Bowman continues to drop positions, and it's smoking. The car is smoking. It's about to blow up, it looks like, under that 48 car. That's not a good sign for the pole sitter. Oof. It's only a matter of time until that engine expires completely, because there's a lot of smoke coming out of the left side, coming out of the left pipes of that 48 car. What's the game plan? You can't just leave him out of there until the engine goes kaboom. You can't just leave him out there. Yeah, so unfortunate for Alex Bowman. His top 5 run for the majority of the race is going up in smoke. He's going up in smoke for the 48 car. Dang. Meanwhile, looking at Ty Gibbs, and he is on the move right now. I just noticed that. He's up to 3rd, and he's chasing down his teammate Denny Hamlin, trying to go for 2nd. I just noticed that. Dang, Gibbs. Dang, Ty. Whoa, Eric Jones got tight. Nearly up against the wall. Jones got really loose up against the wall. Yay. Nothing much to say now. Nothing much to say.
Discover the power of Wegovy. I lost 35 pounds. And some lost a little 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight.
Here's my risk. Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with heart disease and taking with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family have a TC, MEN2, or an allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking it. Get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems. I'm losing weight. I'm keeping it on. I'm lowering my CV risk.
Ask your prescriber. We go. The warm-up, beginning of the off-season was about 2.5 hours every day. It's boring, it's mundane, but it's what it takes. I've seen some starters take 25 minutes to get ready to throw. I've never seen anything like that. Everything takes patience. There's no instant gratification. I mean, his routine is boring because it's the same every day. But I'll 100% take boring all day long. He's throwing 100. It doesn't even look like he's trying. Early has some needed stations, and then a lot of the time it's boring. But greatness is boring. Hands-free Skechers Women's now come with a Glide Max cushion. Which actually gave me an idea that how my favorite sports should be one. Ready, set! Carpath only. Try Glide Max cushion, hands-free Skechers Women's.
Busch got cold and smooth survival skills. In unpredictable conditions, pack layers, both for your body and your ear. About 79 laps to go. Kyle Larson is leading Denny Hamlin by 1.7 seconds. However, Ty Gibbs is going to be under fire from Carson Hocevar.
Oh, and we're back as we got a battle for the third spot as Carson Hocevar is now on the attack underneath Ty Gibbs, trying to go for fourth, but right behind both those guys is Ryan Blaney. He's caught up to this battle. Whoa. Watch it, Hocevar. Oh, Blaney, why would you go low? Oh, where's Gibbs gonna go? Can't do it because they're side by side. Bowman's car is still smoking? Like, Bowman, please get off the track. 3 wide. Yeah. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Now Blaney's on the attack underneath Hocevar, trying to go for fifth. For the fourth spot. My mistake. But up front, Kyle Larson is pretty much on a Sunday drive right now. Oh, crank it up. Crank it up time. You might as well, since nothing much is happening. Jeez, it is all bunched up right there. Blaney's still trying to get by Carson Hocevar for fourth. But Hocevar just gets the drive off the corner. Yep, and that's the gap from Larson to Hamlin. 4 seconds. Golly. Now I'm riding on board with Kyle Busch. He's rebounded nicely after being outside the top 20 for the majority of the day. Well, he's hung around the top 20, top 25 for the majority of the day. Now he's back inside the top 15, back where he started this race. Back at where he pretty much started this race in the 15th spot. Okay, Toyota all out time. Jeez. Yep. It might be a battle for second soon, as Gibbs is trying to chase down his teammate Denny Hamlin for the second spot. But he's got Hocevar all over the back bumper of him. Watch it, Briscoe. And now we're looking at Tyler Reddick, who's in the Tyler Reddick and Austin Dillon battle for position. That's for 12th. That's for the 12th spot. So they're in the middle of traffic as they're battling for 12th. But as for Ty Gibbs, he is continuing to chase down Denny Hamlin. Yep, and Alex Bowman is done for the day. He is done. The car just continued smoking, and he couldn't go any further. So his day is done. But as for Ryan Blaney, he is still trying to get around Carson Hocevar, but Hocevar's not having any of it. And yet again, this field is pretty much spread out. A reliability issue? Reliability issue? What do you mean by that, John? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, he had a cylinder. He did say he was down a cylinder. So, yeah, and that explains why he was smoking so much on the racetrack. Why his car was smoking on the racetrack. Looked like Jesse Love was going onto pit road. Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much sums up how short track racing has been recently for this next gen car. You can get side by side with somebody, but you cannot pass. This is why I keep saying that NASCAR should increase the horsepower and make some more changes to the short track package. But instead, NASCAR is just focusing on tires only. Like, how much longer? How much longer? Whoa, Gibbs! Yo! Split through the middle between John Hunter Nemechek and Michael McDowell looked like. Yo! Wow! Watch it, Hocevar! Watch it, Corey! Jeez, Corey LaJoie nearly cleared himself in front of Ty Gibbs. Yo, Logano trying to stay on the lead lap to no avail as Larson puts him another lap down. Jeez.
When'd you text her? I thought that's what we were doing.
Sorry you've been gone for a while. No, it's fine, NASCAR Fan 33. You didn't miss much. It was just pretty much it's been pretty much the Kyle Larson show all race long. We only had one caution for cause, and that was for SVG spinning, and the other two cautions were just the stage cautions. But outside of that, nothing much has happened. It's just been pretty much the Kyle Larson show.
And right now, you can lease a 4x4 Tacoma for just $319 a month. You make it easy. Let's go places.
Embrace the journey. Where each moment turns into a cherished memory. This journey and experiences along the way. We're always with you.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Oh, wait a second. How is Hamlin closing in? How is Hamlin closing in? Oh, Hocevar, a little close to the wall. A little too close to the wall there for Hocevar. But he's up to third right now. How about that? Dang, Chastain. Up to 8th spot? How about that? And Christopher Bell pits. Oh, now Gibbs is pitting? Why is Todd Gibbs pitting so early? Why is he pitting so early? What's going on? Whoa! Wait, Hamlin's pitting too? What is happening? What is going on? I guess green flag pit stops are happening. And here comes the leader. Green flag pit stops, I guess. Now Byron's pitting. And that hands the lead over to Carson Hocevar. Larson down and away. And Hocevar pits, same with Briscoe. Now Austin Dillon's in for his service, same with Chastain. Oh, Hocevar, very long stop. Very long stop on that left rear. That's not what Hocevar wanted. That's going to cost him a third spot. But meanwhile, looking at this mess right here that William Byron's in, is Elliott's down and away, same with Justin Haley. Yeah, Josh Berry's on pit road, same with Kyle Busch. Oh! Now when does Blaney pit? As Chastain looked like he's gonna unlap himself, I think. Nope, Chastain's back on one lap down. Yep. Welcome to the Cup Series, Jesse. Welcome to the Cup Series, Jesse. Whew. There's Bubba Wallace. Not going to put on much of a fight. There's Tyler Reddick, currently running in second. I think he's one of the drivers that have yet to pit. Yep, those drivers of Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Priest, those are the drivers that did not stop. Don't know what kind of strategy they're trying to pull. That's not what Kyle Larson needs right now, nor does Denny Hamlin. That's what Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin don't need right now is a yellow, because they'll be trapped a lap down. Oh, watch it where. Meanwhile, back with Kyle Larson, who's trying his best to slice through this traffic right now. Oh, come on, Dylan. Why would you chop him off like that? Oh gosh, now they're side by side. No, dear. Come on, you two. And speaking of the leader, Ryan Blaney has caught up to Bubba Wallace, who's running in third right now. He's about to put Wallace a lap down. But these guys still have to make a pit stop in order to make it to the end, if there's not a caution. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Get out of the way, dude. Get out of the way, Dylan. Please. Oh, jeez. And I think Wallace is about to go a lap down. Yes, he is. Jeez. So it's only Tyler Reddick and Ryan Blaney, the top two cars that are on the lead lap. 3 wide. That was tight. Allmendinger trying to force the middle. Oh, and there goes Ryan Prix on pit road. Oh, man. Larson just split the middle between Ty Dillon and SVG. But right now, the gap is about gone because Hamlin is all over the back bumper of Larson now. Dang it, Dillon. Dang it, Austin Dillon. And Carson Hocevar, after that terrible pit stop he just had, Oh, come on, Suarez. Get out of the way, dude. Oh, man. Jesus. Hamlin almost cleared himself in front of Priest, who's on fresher tires. And here's the slow stop that Hocevar had. Watch the left rear. Oh, yep, there it is. The jack came off. The jack came out from underneath the car. Yikes. You're live as well? Nice. Nice. And now Ryan Blaney has caught up to Tyler Reddick. He has caught up to Tyler Reddick. And he's about to put Reddick a lap down. Jesus, Blaney. Golly. And not quite clear. Not quite clear. Oh man, that just gave me a heart attack right there. And Blaney passes Reddick, and now half of the field is a lap down. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's because Blaney, Reddick, and Wallace have not made a pit stop yet. Don't know what kind of strategy these guys are trying to pull. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, Larson's now past Bubba Wallace. Oh geez. This could get interesting. Yeah. Now Larson's up against Reddick now, trying to go for second. Yep, and Reddick's giving it up. Reddick's giving it up now. Locked side by side now. Yeah, there is no way that the 12 can make it. Like he's run almost 200 laps on the set of tires he's on. Dylan, why are you? Oh my gosh, Austin Dillon. Jesus. Watch out, Justin Haley. Like, how? Watch out, LaJoy. Nope. Now Larson's on the bumper of Blaney. He's trying to get to Blaney as quick as possible to unlap himself. Oh, and Larson's to the outside, and I guess Larson's safe for now. Side by side with Blaney trying to unlap himself, and he will do so. Yep, Larson back on the lead lap. He's just unlapped himself, so if a caution comes out now... Oh, I think Blaney's coming in this time by. Yep, Blaney's giving it up. Blaney's giving it up. He's finally on pit road. Same with Bubba Wallace. Yep, Blaney stayed out as long as he could. He stayed out as long as he could.
Deal and unlimited time deal. That's why the $5 Biggie Bags and Junior Bacon Cheeseburger is available all the time. Because the best time for fresh never frozen beef and Applewood smoked bacon is all the time. Duh! For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
As you saw, Tyler Reddick and Ryan Blaney came to pit road for fuel and tires. And the cycle lead back to the meeting laps to go. Hamlin gives it Briscoe. Blaney comes out.
Jesus, Priest. Watch out, Ty Dillon. Oh, watch out, Larson. Bubba Wallace is coming behind you on fresh tires, dude. He's coming behind you on fresh tires. Man, Carson Hocevar, even though he's a lap down, but he is really keeping pace with Denny Hamlin right now. Oh my goodness. Yep. Next week, on Friday, the Truck Series is making their long-awaited return to The Rock. Can you Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? So Rockingham is back next weekend for only the Trucks and Xfinity Series. Oh man, look at this traffic jam that's in front of Larson right now. And Bubba Wallace. Golly. Oh my gosh. Move it, Cody Ware. Get out of the way. Jeez, look at this. Look at this traffic jam that's in front of Larson right now. What is this? What is happening? Oh, jeez. Watch out, Todd Gilliland. Watch it, Todd Gilliland. Get out of the way. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Watch it, watch it, watch it. 3 wide. Split through the middle. Oh my gosh, it's a hornet's nest. Oh my gosh, it's a hornet's nest. My goodness. Dang. Wow. Jeez. Finally, Larson clears Dylan. Golly. Huh? Yep, that's the pod's big move of the race. Ty Gibbs splitting it 3 wide between McDowell and Nemechek. Dang, Ty Gibbs has turned it on. Has turned it on after that horrid start. He has turned it on after Miami, after Homestead. He has turned the Rockets on. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. And Larson puts Wallace another lap down. Well, 2 laps down. How frustrating is it to be a lap down? Yo, I'm trying to get to the end of this race. Stop bothering me! At least a side-by-side commercial, but... Oh my gosh. Yeah, right after this race ends, after Carlson does, or whoever wins, after they do their victory interview, I'm going straight to the IndyCar race at Long Beach. But it's pretty much going to be Larson winning it, if a caution doesn't come out. So this stream will go on a bit longer than usual, guys. This stream will go on a bit longer than usual.
And they all have great drivers. Once they win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hardest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of the big family speed team. Now you're up to speed. You win.
Ruby never thought she would live out her dream. Then one day, she did. You were made to chase your passions. You were made to put them in a package.
Welcome back to Pop John's. I'm finding things in life, like ordering more to save more off the Pop Carrots menu. It's all $6.99. Not a brownie.
Why are you spraying?
We're making you Papa Parents for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since she was 800 by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Let's try it. Only pay for what you need. Liberty. Welcome to more where that came from. More back-to-backs. More epic last laps. More stripes. More short fuses. More promotion cruises. More Lone Star Showdowns. More Earnhardt Stars. Welcome to the edge of your seat. Welcome to NASCAR. 25 laps to go here in Bristol. We get off and then we go to Talladega. Join us for Jack Link's 500. Pre-race 1:30 Eastern.
Jack Link's 500 at Talladega? What a name. That's 2 weeks from now, Talladega.
Denny Hamlin scored 1.2 seconds. Hamlin that lap had to take quicker. Larson, just 23 laps. Flying away to catch him. It really just comes down to the lap track.
Yeah, I know it's beef jerky. I know it's a beef jerky, but I was just saying what a race name for Talladega in 2 weeks. I always like the spring Talladega race to be called the Aaron's 499. Yeah, that's a classic name, Alessandro, for Talladega. But I've kind of grown to be called to being it called the Geico 500. That's been the sponsor name since 2015 or 2014 for the fall race. I want to say 2014 for the fall race. That Geico 500 has been the race name for Talladega. Okay, it was the 2014 fall race that Talladega was called the Geico 500 until it was moved to the spring race the very next year. Yeah. And ever since then, it's been called the Geico 500 until last year in 2024. Now this year's going to be called the Jack Link's 500. It's going to take some time to get used to. I'll tell you that. back in the 90s until 2000, the Spring Talladega race was called the Die Hard 500. Yeah, I do remember that. Then in 2001, which was the caution-free race for the spring race, it was called just the Talladega 500 until Aaron's came on board in 2002. Man, what a clinic showing that Kyle Larson has put on here at Bristol. It's reminiscent to the fall race where he absolutely spanked the field, leading 462 of the 500 laps. Now in this race, he's probably led more than that. I'm not so sure, but I want to say he's led more laps than the fall race. But I definitely know it's over 450 laps. I'll definitely say that. It's got 1.6 second gap over Denny Hamlin. 10 laps to go. 10 to go. Approximately 5 miles remain in this race. It has been an emotional week for Hendrick Motorsports overall, as last week they lost engineer Jon Edwards over the week. So it's been a very emotional week for the team, and they're trying to come out on top. Yesterday, Kyle Larson dominated the Xfinity Series race and won, but unfortunately, it will not be a sweep. It will not be a sweep. Same situation it was at Homestead. Whoa! That was a little close. A little close to the wall, but he keeps on trucking. 6 to go. The only thing Larson does not need to see is a yellow flag. He's trying to get to the white flag as quick as possible. Gets by Keselowski cleanly. 5 laps to go this time by. 2.5 more miles. And Denny Hamlin, 2 seconds behind the leader. Looks like there's nothing he can do. It looks as though he will not go 3 in a row. Thank God. Oh, I thought that was Ty Gibbs, but nope, that's Reddick. And he's a lap down after staying out way late. But as I said, it's been an emotional week for Hendrick Motorsports as they are racing for Jon Edwards, who passed away last week. And unfortunately for Kyle Larson, it will not be a sweep. Same situation it was for Homestead. This time by, 2 laps to go for Kyle Larson. 1 mile remains. So it looks like it's going to be 2 out of 3 again for Kyle Larson. Just like at Homestead. This time by white flag, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank for Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson has put on a clinic here at Bristol. You might as well calling it Kyle's Playground. As he rounds turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Just like in the fall race, Kyle Larson dominates in Thunder Valley. Yep, they did it for Jon Edwards. Well, and Larson parks it up against the wall, and he's burning those tires out right up against the inside wall. And it's a smoke show on the front stretch. That should tell you something right there. He just did that burnout and the tires don't look flat at all. That should tell you something right there. That should tell you something right there. There's Larson climbing out of the car. He has put on a clinic in back-to-back Bristol races. And unfortunately, just like Homestead, it's 2 out of 3 trying to go for the sweep. Yeah, but for real, NASCAR, you have got to give us more horsepower in these cars. We all thought it was going to be like last year when the tires were wearing out left and right and the tires kept blowing out left and right. Did NASCAR just play us? Did NASCAR just trick us saying that they were going to bring the same tire to this racetrack, to Bristol, for the same type of racing we saw last year? Did we just get tricked? Did we just get tricked? Because outside of Larson dominating and doing it for Jon Edwards, who passed away last week, what else do we have to say about this race? It was just a dud from start to finish.
What a dominant performance. You won 2 of the 3 races this weekend, but I just heard you say on the radio, we did this one for Jon. What did Jon mean to you?
Yep.
This one's definitely for Jon.
Yep, they definitely did it for Jon Edwards.
We're gonna miss him, but successful weekend here. Wish he was gonna be here with us to celebrate, but I know he's celebrating with us in spirit. So,
Yep.
yeah, just a flawless race once again here at Bristol for the 5 team. Really, really good car. That was a lot of fun. However many laps of green we ran there was a lot of fun, and I was pretty comfortable with things. And then Denny came on really strong there before the pit cycle. And then, just kind of kept the pressure on from there. So I knew I had to make some good moves in traffic. I did a pretty good job there in traffic. Split the middle sometimes when I needed to. So, it's a lot of fun. A little bit out of breath. Just so high pace here. And heart rate's up. So, really cool. Thanks to intercars.com, Chevy, Prime, Valvoline, this whole team. The big crew. This is their first win with the 5 team. So, it's been fun celebrating with them. And, just good to be back in every lane.
Cliff Daniels, your crew chief, told me, we're going to have to play in the moment. We don't know what to expect today. Kyle, this was not the race we all expected. What from your perspective, at what point did you realize this is not going to be a tire conservation race?
Yeah, I don't know. Early on, we were all kind of just riding in line like we did in the spring last year. And I was just trying to keep an eye on the track, and I felt like, it was starting to get a little bit darker on exit, so I was like, all right, that means scrubber's laying down. And then people kind of got the middle working, and it would get back down to like, screw it, I'm just going to go to the lead here, get the pace up, then maybe the pace will help lay the rubber down even more. And it did, and it turned into a normal Bristol track there for us. So really played in our favor. Obviously, having the track position helps a lot. If Denny's in front of me, it could be a totally different story. It'd be really hard to pass him, but glad to stop his 3 beat.
That's another positive. At least Hacklin didn't go 3 in a row. That's another positive.
Good to see Kyle Larson get the win, and he does it for Jon Edwards.
Any fierce rivalry of this century? 2 drivers, these 2, were 1-2 for 251 of 500 laps today. They have finished 1-2 7 times.
Jeez. Both. Jeez. All right, what does Hamlin have to say? Because after this interview, I'm going straight to the IndyCar race. So bear with me, folks. Bear with me, folks. After Hamlin's interview, I'm going straight to the IndyCar race. Yeah, clearly a flawless day. How come you weren't like that? How come you weren't up there? You got up there for a second, but you just didn't have enough speed, didn't you? But you didn't.
This 11 car, a lot of speed every week right now, a lot of momentum going into the off week. How nice is that to go into the one off week you guys get this year, knowing how strong it's been?
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a great run here over the last month. We've been really good. Just got to continue this momentum, and it all starts tomorrow. You can go back to work and you figure out how you get yourself a little bit better.
All right. That wraps it up for Bristol, for NASCAR at Bristol. Congratulations to Kyle Larson. Again, 2 out of 3 race wins for the weekend. They did it for Jon Edwards. So we'll see NASCAR in 2 weeks for Talladega. Well, actually, for NASCAR, I might do live reactions for the truck race racing at the Rock. So stay tuned next week of whether or not I do live reactions for the truck race at Rockingham. But for now, let's see what the IndyCar series is up to. Congrats, Kyle Larson, on your dominant performance. All right, now we're on the IndyCar side. All right. All right, now I just turned on the IndyCar race, and it looks as though Kyle Kirkwood is currently the leader over Alex Palou, Felix Rosenqvist, Christian Lundgaard, and Scott McLaughlin, the top 5. Then it's Joseph Newgarden, Colton Herta, Will Power, Stingray Robb, and Noel Simpson in the 10th spot. I don't know. But right now, it's Colton Herta with the lead over Alex Palou. And it's been a caution-free race? Golly. Jeez. My goodness. And it looks as though Alex Palou is trying to close in on Kyle Kirkwood's lead right now. He has opened up the season dominant with back-to-back wins at St. Petersburg and Thermal Club. Now he's trying to go 3 in a row to open the season. He's 1.2 seconds behind Kirkwood.
He's come over from European racing.
Grandpa, I finished P3. Are you proud of me? Toy, that doesn't make you special. And Newgarden just came off the pits after making his pit stop. Whoa, that was close. That was a bit close between Callum Ilott and Jesse Love finished the race. Where did he finish? Oh, 31st? Yeah, he was probably multiple laps down, but at least he finished, so props to Jesse Love. First newcomer to not DNF or finish 10 plus laps down. Jeez. So there's that. Whoa, what's going on with Newgarden? What's happening with Newgarden? Is it a seatbelt issue? What's going on? Meanwhile, Rosenquist pits. Rosenquist pits for his service. He's down and away. Man, that was not what Newgarden needed. And here comes Alex Palou in for his service. Same with Colton Herta and Stingray Robb. And Palou's down and away. Same with Herta. Back on board with Kyle Kirkwood. Uh-oh. Traffic. Not traffic. Oh, here comes Kirkwood in for his service. Here comes Kirkwood in for his service. Possible final service of the race? I mean, we still got about 26 laps remaining in this race. And Kirkwood's down and away. Gotta watch the leaderboard. Gotta watch that leaderboard because Palou is closing. Gotta keep an eye on that. All right, Kirkwood's out of the exit of pit road, and he's on the gas. He's on the gas. Oh, here goes Palou. Is it going to be close? Nope, not even close, actually. He still maintains the top spot, provisional P1. Kirkwood continues to maintain provisional P1. But the gap has closed. The gap has closed. Oh, my. Oh my, oh my. Oh, the gap is starting to close in just a little bit. The gap. Yep, Kirkwood and Palou battle is heating up. Yep, the gap is, I think, is about half a second. Yep, just about half a second between second and third right now. Palou is not letting Kirkwood get away. Yep, Palou is not letting Kirkwood get away easily. Yeah, it might be a battle between Kirkwood and Palou for the win overall.
These fully adjustable flavor cartridges let you customize your water with the exact amount of flavor you prefer. Join the millions of happy and hydrated customers. Get yours at thriftcircle.com or a retailer near you. We're Tire Rack. We test tires to provide you with truth and transparency and the biased recommendations. We stock over 1 million tires to ensure we have what you need. We're Tire Rack. We work hard to ship your tires fast and free. We offer convenient installation options to keep you moving forward.
Pod's biggest sale in history. Save up to 30% on moving and storage until May 19th. And see why Pods is America's #1 container moving company. Whether you're relocating...
Well, at least I thought Polo was putting up a fight to Kirkwood, but now Simpson has pitted, and the gap is starting to open up once again. 1.1 seconds is the gap between Kirkwood and Palau.
Sales and service dealers, always moving forward. We lead, others follow. Speed on the track, simplicity on the ranch. Good ranchers, American meat delivered.
Introducing the all-new Acura ADX. Take your buzz and move. Take your buzz and move. Hey Google, turn it up. Take your buzz and move. Take your buzz and move. The all-new Acura ADX. Crafted to match your energy. Take your buzz and move. Today we went to the beach and it was...
Yeah, after this live stream is over, I'm gonna change the title of this live stream from Food City 500 live reactions to Food City 500 and / Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach live reactions. So I'm gonna have to make some changes once this stream is done. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And we're back with the leaders coming back around with 20 laps to go. And the gap is opening up. 1.7 seconds is the gap between Kirkwood and Palau.
Starting up front, pristine with the execution, no mistakes. This guy has won at every single level, all through the junior formulas, race winner, championship, to earn an opportunity in IndyCar, and it hasn't slowed down at the top level. That's what's impressive the most about him. He hasn't had the big sponsors, he hasn't had...
And the gap continues to grow. It's almost 2 seconds from Kirkwood to Palau with 19 laps remaining. Kyle Kirkwood looking for his 3rd career win in the IndyCar Series. I remember when Ryan Hunter-Reay was sponsored by DHL in the early 2010s. He won the 2014 Indy 500 while being sponsored by DHL. Yeah, I do remember that as well. And he was driving for the same team, I think, Andretti Autosport. Or was that for a different team? Oh, what's going on with Newgarden now? Oh, that is close. Oh, just clipped the belt of those tire barriers. And somehow he kept it off the wall. Somehow Newgarden kept it off the wall. The gap continues to grow from Kirkwood to Palau, over 2.3 seconds. As they just said, Kyle Kirkwood has done everything right thus far. He has done everything right thus far. He qualified on the pole for this race. He too is trying to close the deal, just like Larson did in the Cup race earlier today. But we still got a long way to go. Okay, yeah, Ryan Hunter-Ray did drive for Andretti Autosport. All right.
It happened. 2,000 miles away. We do long distance moves every day. With Pods, you don't have to worry about the driving. And that's not all. Need extra help loading? Yes. We got this. Also might want more time. We're flexible. Flexible means you can keep your container longer or store with us. Then we deliver it to your home, across town or across the country. You made it. Yeah, you did. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
You got a circle, right? Yeah, of course.
Got a couple lap cars in front of Kirkwood that he has to deal with, but he's got a comfortable lead. So Kirkwood doesn't have to worry too much.
This is Joseph Newgarden. Joseph was conceived for the races. He stopped drinking until 2. Picked back up at 32. For strong bones. Tell out to his clavicle. Joseph wins even when he loses. This is his wife, his Tuesdays, his hand-eye coordination. He might have the greatest jawline in sports. He's not that handsome. Sundays, Joseph flies. The fastest racing on earth.
And we're back to the race as Kirkwood continues to lead.
Yes, it's a bit of a struggle. I mean, we talk a lot about Graham's ability on a Sunday to kind of hold his off out of nowhere, but I mean, the car's just not behaving, not responding the way you want it to. There's only so many strategy options you can pull off on something like this. Only 36 years old, but man, he's a veteran in the series, 294 career starts for him as we see Palau now clearing the left car of Jacob Abel in pursuit of Kirkwood, but that gap is growing.
A little overtake? A little overtake for Kirkwood, I'm hearing? Okay, he's saving the overtake. Okay. Yeah, might as well save it. I mean, you still got 14 laps to go, so Yeah, you might as well save it. You don't need to use all of it now. Yep. Hmm. Right. Meanwhile, looking at Kip and Simpson in the 8 car, running solidly in the top 10. Good run for Simpson, who was a rookie last year. And there's Santino Ferrucci. I noticed that, Alessandro. The only person watching the stream currently. Yeah, I normally don't go for this long, but after the cup race ended pretty quickly because of Larson domination and nothing else happening, I might as well I just thought I might as well tune into the IndyCar race to see what's going on. Meanwhile, looking at this group of cars between McLaughlin, Herta, Power, and Dixon, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th right now. Now back with the leaders as Kyle Kirkwood has gone by the lap cars. Now Alex Palou has to deal with the traffic. What a new phone down the stretch. What in the world, Alex Palou? Oh my gosh. And 50 years of the Acura Grand Prix at Long Beach. 50 years. Wow.
Congratulations. Here's a water heater that somehow passed inspection and will definitely flood your basement.
Wait, congratulations. Here's your first year supply of nitrogen fertilizer. Remember, not too little or too much or you'll kill your lawn.
Okay. Congratulations.
And just like Kyle Larson at Bristol, Kyle Kirkwood is pretty much on his Sunday drive right now. He's opened up the gap to about 4 seconds over Palou. Kirkwood has opened up the gap to about 4 seconds over Alex Palou, coming back around to 10 laps to go. 10 to go.
Extreme or routine? Verizon Frontline Delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
What do you got there, Larry? Time machine? You gonna go back and see how the pyramids were built or something? Nope. Ellen and I want to go on vacation, so I'm going to go back to last week and buy a winning lottery ticket. Can I come? Only room for one. How am I getting home? Sitting on my lap like last time, Ronald. Fine, but I'm bringing this. All right.
Or you could try one of these savings options.
The right money moves aren't as far-fetched as you think.
There it is. See? Told you it's going to all work out. Thanks, future me.
At Mothers, we appreciate the simple things. The life less complicated. That's the inspiration behind Mother's new California Gold ceramic line of products.
Kyle Kirkwood working those hands running on the onboards. the onboards. So Kyle Kirkwood working those hands, working the gear ratios as he works down the front stretch. Brakes in the first turn. Running on board and going through the fountain area.
We're making you Papa Parents for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
And we are back. And meanwhile, looking back at this battle for I think the sixth spot. Yeah, battle for the sixth spot as Scott McLaughlin has pulled away in the fifth position, but it's a battle between Will Powers, Colton Herta, and Scott Dixon. Sunday has been a day for the Kyles. Larson dominates Bristol and Kirkwood owning Long Beach. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. And how ironic, Alessandro, I just realized it. How ironic that Kyle Larson, when he dominated Bristol, it happened on the exact same anniversary for both Xfinity and Cup race, April 12th and 13th. Ironic that this happened exactly 5 years ago this weekend that Kyle Larson made that terrible mistake on iRacing and got suspended and fired by Chip Ganassi Racing back in 2020. How ironic that Kyle Larson won the Xfinity race and the Cup race on the exact same weekend of his big mistake 5 years ago. Just thought I'd throw that out just a little bit. But anyways, back with Alex Palou, as he is losing more time. Ironically enough, Larson saying the N-word and eventually signing with Hendrick Motorsports was the best thing that ever happened to him in his racing career. Yup, because ever since Larson stepped foot in the number 5 Hendrick Motorsports car, he has gone on a tear, especially in his first season with him ending up with a championship in his first year with HMS. Running on back on board with Colton Herta, looking back at Scott Dixon. This might be a battle for the this might be a battle for the 7th spot as Dixon is starting to close the gap on Herta, and McLaughlin and Power have kind of pulled away from this battle. Yeah, this is probably the only battle that's going on right now because Kyle Kirkwood has pulled away to over 4.3 second advantage over Alex Palou. Running on board with Felix Rosenquist. We're looking back at Christian Lundgaard, who has closed the gap, and this is a battle for the 3rd spot as Christian Lundgaard is trying to find a way around him, coming back around to 5 laps to go. 5 to go. And here comes Lundgaard going to the inside of Rosenqvist. What a pass by Lundgaard. Lundgaard to third spot. And I think third place is all that Lundgaard's going to get. And here's this pass again that Lundgaard made on Rosenqvist. Textbook. He kind of let off early, then gassed it going into the first corner. Textbook pass by Lundgaard. Lungeguard? What? Lungeguard? What? What a nickname. A bit deeper in the field. Looking at Santino Ferrucci. Now back to this battle. That was Lungeguard, not Lungeguard. I think. No, Lungeguard. I think they were referring to how Christian Lundgaard kind of lunged into the first corner to get by Rosenqvist. Not Lungeguard. But meanwhile, Colton Herta has caught up to the back bumper. He has caught up to the back bumper of Scott McLaughlin. And it looks as though it's going to be a battle between those three. It's going to be a battle between those three for the 6th spot, as Will Power looks as though will maintain his fifth spot right now. But up front, it is still 4.4 seconds between Kyle Kirkwood and Alex Palou. Kirkwood pretty much has this race on lock at this point. So he comes back around to 2 laps to go. 2 to go for Kyle Kirkwood. Yep, and for this race, it was pretty much a caution-free race. No accidents or cautions whatsoever for the IndyCar race at Long Beach. And as we just saw, the only caution that we've had for the IndyCar season was the season opener at St. Petersburg on lap 1 that took out Will Power, unfortunately. That was the 3-car incident that happened on the first lap at St. Petersburg. And that was the only caution we've had in the IndyCar series. Jeez, what a stat. What a stat, and what a roll that the IndyCar season is on. But as of right now, white flag, 1 lap to go for Kyle Kirkwood. Trying to bring it home. Yep, there's Kyle Kirkwood. Just like Kyle Larson at Bristol, Kirkwood has pretty much put on a dominant performance and a clinic here in Long Beach. Going through turn 7 one last time. Through turn 8, Kyle Kirkwood has been flawless throughout the majority of this race. And for the majority of the caution-free race, here in Long Beach. He's got 3 more corners to navigate. Turn 9, through the infield parking lot section in turn 10, and the hairpin of turn 11. What a flawless performance as you're riding on board with Kyle Kirkwood. He delivers in the streets of Long Beach. Kyle Kirkwood gets the win. It's his 3rd career win in the IndyCar series. What a job for Kyle Kirkwood. And for Andretti Global Racing, that's their 75th IndyCar Series win. How about that? How about that for Andretti? Now Kirkwood's taking his parade lap. He has dominated in Long Beach. And just like Alessandro said on my live stream, this day has been pretty much been about the Kyles all day long. Kyle Larson dominates at Bristol, and Kyle Kirkwood just dominated in Long Beach. What a great day to be a Kyle fan, huh? Whether in IndyCar or NASCAR, it's a great day to be a Kyle fan. Yeah, neither have I, Alessandro, but I would love to attend an IndyCar race sooner rather than later. I hope I get the opportunity soon. And I hope you do too. Kirkwood pulls that car into victory lane, into victory circle. Kirkwood takes the steering wheel off. And here he comes, climbing out of the car. Career win number 3 for Kyle Kirkwood. The last time he was in victory lane was on the streets of Nashville in 2023. Wow. Yeah, that team that Kyle Kirkwood's team, they were flawless today. Absolutely flawless.
2017 coming? Oh, we're trying. I said before this weekend, this is where we turn it around. And, we're super happy with this win, but we're also upset that Cullen finished second, right? Like, well, we need to start getting more of these. That's the only way to beat him. So we're going to reflect on this one, soak in this win, and then straight into Barber, where hopefully we can do this all over again. But this is a good one. It's been a long time. I had a drought last year of no wins, and this is huge for me. Huge for my morale, huge for the 27 crew, huge for
All right, man, this stream has gone on for a long time. Yeah, as I said, I don't normally go for this long on live streams, but as soon as the Cup race ended very quickly, I had to tune into the IndyCar race to see what was going on. And just like at Bristol when Kyle Larson dominated, Kyle Kirkwood delivered in Long Beach in dominating fashion. So, guys, that's about going to do it for this weekend of racing for both NASCAR and IndyCar. But as of right now, as for NASCAR on the short tracks, NASCAR has got to do something ASAP because the current short track package that we have is currently garbage right now. And as a Hendrick Motorsports fan myself, it was pretty embarrassing to see that. Even though I'm happy for Kyle Larson doing it for Jon Edwards after the recent passing of Jon Edwards last week, outside of that race, nothing much really happened. So NASCAR, please give us more horsepower. What are you so afraid about to just trying more horsepower? You got the tires figured out with the softer tires. They delivered at Martinsville, especially at Phoenix, but you didn't want to use the option tires anymore after Phoenix. Like it was just a gimmick. Like what else is there to try out NASCAR other than just the seriously, NASCAR, please give us more horsepower. But that's about it for the NASCAR side. Congratulations to Kyle Larson dominating at Bristol and sorry about that. But as I was saying, congratulations to Kyle Larson on dominating at Bristol, back-to-back Bristol races, fall and spring, where he's led over 400 laps at Bristol and getting the win. And congratulations to Kyle Kirkwood getting the win at Long Beach, his third career win in the IndyCar Series. And stay tuned on whether or not I plan to do live reactions to the truck race as NASCAR returns to The Rock next weekend for only Friday and Saturday for the Trucks and Xfinity Series. But it's yet to be determined on whether or not I'll do live reactions to the truck race at Rockingham. Xfinity Series, that's a no-go. But for Cup racing, for the Cup Series, they're taking next week off for Easter weekend. So the next time we'll see NASCAR Cup racing will be at Talladega in 2 weeks. So stay tuned on whether or not what I decide to do for those coming races. But until then, it's been your boy Cito Brown. You all have a great rest of your day and have a great rest of your weekend. Yeah, it's still live, Mark, but I'm about to end in just a few seconds. So you all have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you guys possibly next weekend, possibly on Friday for truck racing at Rockingham Speedway. But if not, then I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks for Cup racing at Talladega Super Speedway. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more live racing content like this. So until then, peace out, y'all.